Most jockeys have an interest in other sports. Outside of racing, who would be your favourite sports star?
Well, I love the JOE. As a kid, of course, Mead in the 80s and 90s, Colin O'Rourke and Mick Lyons and lads like that I always loved. But you know, there's plenty of sports people ready to admire. You know, if you look at Usain Bolt and lads like that, you know, I love his attitude. He enjoys it, and he's all class.
But you mentioned obviously the GAA, and you know you've had a few lean years down in the Royal County, but I'm sure you're hoping that things will pick up at some stage soon.
Yeah, well, they're working away there to Division 2 in the league, and they're doing okay. Hopefully they can do well in Leinster this year and maybe get a bit further.
What do you like to do to unwind or to relax? What do you do in your spare time?
Don't have much spare time really, to be honest. I enjoy just getting a bit of time with the family. Myself and Paula, and we've two girls, Shifa and Orla. They're 8 and 2, so they're good fun. There's always plenty of entertainment. We're all out together.
You're a busy man, obviously, for most of the year, but I'm sure you get a chance to take an odd holiday as well, Barry. I mean, would you be a man to stay at home, or would you like to get away?
No, only this morning I said to Paula I'm looking forward to a holiday. We're going to Lake Garda during the summer. Bring the kids, go camping. So a couple of weeks I will enjoy a bit of downtime there.
And well deserved. Barry, when you look back on what has been another terrific season for you, what's the best ride you've had so far this season? Which horse has given you the best ride?
I've been lucky to have had 3 winners at Cheltenham and 4 in Aintree, and you know they're all hard to win races at their meetings. You know they're hard fought and you get a good thrill. But I suppose to ride a top-end winner over the national fences on Friday at Aintree was a real thrill, and I got a good ride. She jumped brilliantly, and you know it was a good buzz. That
is certainly some thrill, and of course the Toppins race you won 2 years in a row. You won it with 3 All of the Lane the previous year, but you know to win a race over the national fences, any race is just fantastic, isn't it?
Definitely. Like obviously, even to ride in the Grand National is a thrill. To get round in it is a thrill, and to win it is, you know, it's the ultimate. But the Topham isn't a bad substitute either. It's a great race. It's over 2 miles 6, and probably more speed involved than there is in the Grand National. So it's, in a way, it could be a bigger test. Fences coming at you quickly, and it's a good buzz.
Barry, the Irish Grand National, one of the great races in the racing calendar, and it's a race I'm sure you'd love to win because you haven't done it as yet.
No, definitely. I grew up very close to Fairyhouse, and I've been going to Fairyhouse to the Eastern meeting since I was knee high, and a race I always wanted to win, but no, I failed to do so far. The race has thrown up quite a few surprises in recent years. Horses at big prices have won it, so it is very much a wide open contest, and obviously you know the handicap is framed as such, give a lot of horses a chance, and there's been some great fairy stories in the race down through the last few years. There has, definitely. With Dot Love won it last year, Thomas Gibney the year before, I think 33s and 50 to 1. It's a bit like the English National. You need an awful lot of luck in it, and it's probably better suited to the lighter weighted horses. With the pace they go, to keep going that gallop for as long, for 3.5 mile, it's probably handier to be closer to 10 stone than 12 stone. So I'd say it suits the ones down the bottom really.
It certainly does. It does take a fair bit of getting. I mean, 3 miles 5 around Fairyhouse is a big ask, and they're strung out like the washing at the end, Barry, as well usually.
They do, and you have a lot of jumping, and they're big fences in Fairyhouse. They take jumping, so it's a great test of a horse on rider.
You've a really good strike rate in Ascot, and you've had your share of success in Cheltenham. But what are your favourite race courses, Barry? First of all, maybe in the UK.
Well, I do love Ascot. It's a great track. You know, big fences, big uphill finish there. You know, the best horse usually wins, and I like it as a place. Obviously, Cheltenham, everyone wants to win in Cheltenham, and the atmosphere there is second to none. But as a track itself, it is tricky and it's sharp and it's tight. It's not as nice a track maybe as Ascot or places like that, but it is the place where you want to win more than anywhere. Sandown as well, the railway fences down the back are deadly.
And in Ireland, your favourite track?
Well, I like Fairyhouse. Obviously it's a great track, and being a Mead man, I'm not just picking the two of them because they're in me, but Navan, I love Navan as well. Similar to Ascot, big, you know, it's a stiff track, big fences, you know, uphill finish, it's hard work, and you know there's a lot more, I think, emphasis on timing on a track like that, because you need to always be conserving a little bit for the finish. So it's a great track, and as I say, Fairyhouse, likewise, big galloping track, and you know, I've been lucky enough in both places over the years.
A couple of final questions, Barry. The first one is, of all the novices you've ridden so far this season, who are you most looking forward to riding again next season?
I've always liked Justice Hill a lot. He was second in Cheltenham, but he just wasn't 100%. He was better in Aintree, but I think his horse was a big future over fences maybe next season.
And obviously, Sprinter Sacre missing out this year was a a huge miss, but I'm sure you're looking forward to Sprinter Soccer hopefully coming back fitter than ever again next year.
Yeah, hopefully so. Hopefully he gets back there to where he was, and he just didn't sparkle going to Cheltenham, having had a little heart issue earlier in the season, so hopefully all that's behind him for next season and we can kick on again.
And finally, can I ask you what team you support, Barry?
Well, I'm keeping an eye on Liverpool, who are doing a little bit better these days, which is great, and hopefully they can go and win the league. Mead man, I follow Mead, but I'm married to a Kerry woman, so I have an interest in Kerry as well.